All right, Skope TV. First, we want to break out. We just want to give a big shout and show much love to our people out in the West Coast and our people in Japan going through this terrible earthquake and tsunami. We just hope for the best for you, and anything that Skope can do, we here for you. But we got an amazing MC on the line from the West Coast reporting live. My man Emaximus. What's happening, E? What's happening?
Man, keeping in prayer and sticking to the plan, man,
Now, E, what were you up to today, and where are we talking from tonight?
Right now I'm up in the North Bay. All my people are down in the San Francisco Bay Area and Southern California. Everybody's in safe lands right now. I got the word early, midnight last night. I've been watching the news till 8 o'clock this morning, so I've been up all night checking that out, And, everybody's cool. Everybody's in good, places right now. We're just watching it because it's not over yet, It's slowly, it's taking time. Tsunami is still going, But everything is cool so far.
Now, how did you get into hip-hop and get the alias Emaximus as I take a drink of this rebel yell?
Well, feel like this. I've been attached to hip-hop since I was 4 years old. And that's mainly because of my brother and my cousin. They were young, playing old school music. And I just tagged along and caught on to that bug. And I would never stop listening to hip-hop. I listened to Too Short and all that Run DMC when I was in elementary school. Easy E. I got attached to it when I was 4 years old. Straight up beatboxing for my brother and stuff, and my cousins, and breakdancing and stuff. So that was how I got attached to hip hop, and it takes me all the way up to this day to where I got my nickname in the neighborhood as Immaculate, and then I took it to another level as evolved into Emaximus, basically as a gladiator. MC. That's how it goes.
Now, did you always grow up in Cali? And who are some West Coast MCs that you respect?
Oh, man, I was born and raised in Cali. I've always grown up in Cali. Oakland, East Oakland. I was, lived in Hayward. I was born and raised in Oakland. And the MCs that pretty much put me on, that gave me the juice from the West Coast early on, NWA, Easy E, Too Short. And then you have the local MCs, 3 Times Crazy, Keep Sneak. There were a lot of people from Oakland coming up in the early 90s and early 80s. Ice Cube was really a major impact. Dale the Funky Homo Sapien was a major impact on me. Hieroglyphics, they pretty much, these people, Ice Cube, Dale the Funky Homo Sapien, these are the people that influenced me the most because they were close, and that was how I started to get into hip-hop. I knew early on that this is what I wanted to do when I was really young, so it just took time to get there.
Now, hip-hop runs in your family. How did your brothers and your cousins help you get started in hip-hop?
Well, it started off simple. My brother would buy and get tapes all the time. You get tapes released early from my cousin. And then when my cousin got his beat machine, when I was in my early teens, he showed me how to use an SB200. And after school, I would just, go to his house and we, blaze up and listen to new albums as they came out. We would just sit in the room and just zone out and just listen. And but earlier on, my brother, they would always have these instrumental tapes of beats they made. So me and my cousin, my partners would go in his room and take the tapes, and then take 2 radios and put one tape in there and another blank tape and dub over it, and we would just teach us how to rap. We freestyle till we make sense, because at first we didn't start off making sense, but we kept freestyling until we got better and better. And then during that time, I was 10, 11 years old at that time, and we just kept going till we got 13, 14 years old, and we started going into circles and stuff, and that's how it happened. I was never shy from the stage, so if there was ever opportunity to do something and spit a rhyme, I'd go for it, So MCs at that time, like our favorite MCs, you know, like they would be from all parts of the, you know, East Coast, you know, West Coast. We would sit in the mirror and actually lip sync their lyrics, and like that was before we even, you know, had our whole thing down. But it was just basically, you know, just getting in the whole zone, like in the mirror, like doing show stuff. And that's how we really got into, you know, busting, you know, lyrics. So that's how we got really deep, serious into it. That's how I rolled when I was younger.
Now, what's the process like when you hear a beat and sit down to write lyrics?
Well, my process is like this. Like I could listen to a beat 100 times. And I mean, like usually I usually have like a romantic, you know, discussion with the beat. Like wherever the beat takes me, I let it take me there. I don't try to force nothing. I just basically if it's hitting, and when the ideas start flowing, I can listen to a beat maybe 20 times before I come up with an idea. And sometimes I can listen to the beat 1 or 2 times and like, oh, I got something for this, and then I just proceed from there. I first start off with the hook, and that's the most important thing I work off of first. I mean, that's why I listen to the beat so much, because then I think about, okay, I'm gonna put this hook right here, and then I can add this beat, I can add the vocals around it. So I start off with the hook first, and then you know it's like a romantic, you know, it's like a relationship, it's like you dating the beat. You know, what I mean, you know, you discussing, you thinking the ideas, that might fit, but no, let's see if this will work. I'm spinning game to the beat, so it's like I just kick back and chill, and you just let the music and let the nature just flow, you know. So my head is always thinking, so it's like, I mean, sometimes when I didn't have any beats to use for myself, I would just come up with ideas and write. But when I got to that point where I started accumulating beats and working with other people, and you know, had the opportunity to make it, you know, how I wanted to, I started to take advantage of that. So
I love your song, Dial My Phone. That song that really just takes me back. Who made the beat for that song, and who you talking to in that song?
well, that beat is produced by one of the old school players' cousin from Three Times Crazy, Adrian Man's cousin. His name is Middle C. And Middle C, he has like some tremendous, I mean, his production is like really top notch. I mean, he really puts it down when he gets on those beats. We've done a lot of songs that are gonna be on the album. And on that song, I'm talking to, you know, a special someone, you know, in that song. I mean, it basically just, you know, it was branched from, you know, that relationship that, you know, a special someone that I have in my life. And, you know, I mean, it's basically like, you know, the first beginning steps of like meeting that person, and then you know, the process, you know, falling in love and being real with it, and, you know, dealing with, you know, the basic good things and positive things that happen when you feel, you know, affection and love for somebody. Speaking to that special someone in my life, and, you know, they liked it, you know, so it all makes sense. So, you know, and I think people will relate to it, because we're not just talking about taking you on a trip somewhere and stuff like that, but it's mainly that basis of love, and, you know, how you initially started off. Like in the third verse, they'll talk about, you know, some old school games, like when you were in junior high, we played the MASH game or the MOSH game, where you would put the numbers of how many cars you wanted, and number of babies, what kind of mansion, house, shack, and then you would do this funny, you know what game I'm talking about? You would like eliminate numbers and cross out like different things, and then you would make.
We played that.
Crush, yeah, the crush game, you know, so it kind of like revolves around old school things that I used to do when I was younger. Because, you know, I've always been attracted to the ladies early on. You know what I'm saying? When I was, you know, before elementary, when junior high, and, you know, so that's how I just wanted to be relatable, and, you know, just that special one, you know. Everybody has a special one that they feel, you know.
Well, that's cool. We're going to take our first break, Skope TV. We here on a Friday night. Emaximus on the line. Skope TV. We give it to you real. We're going to be right back.